Week 38 reselling, and this week it has challenged me mentally. I've got some behind the scenes footage, even some nachos. And I've even got some high level tips around if you're wanting to start eBay, but more on that as we get to it. First, we're going to kick off with what's sold. We're going to jump into all the data, all the details, of course, come along for the ride, and what has happened for week 38 of reselling. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name's CLFurlong. If you are new here, that's what we're here to talk about, reselling. This is week 38 of reselling, and this channel is all about running, reselling, lifestyle, and everything in between. We're going to dive straight into the top 5 items that sold this week. Let's get into it. So top item number 1 was this Castle TV series and a bunch of different seasons here. Now this one was from my own collection. I've had this listed for months and I finally sold it for 40 bucks, pretty cheap actually. The full collection is only going for around $80 to $90. So I did sell this one at $40 plus postage and I came out with a profit of $34.22. Top item number 2 was this mixed lot of 3 Alan Coren books. Now this one I got from a bulk lot, has been sitting for a while, and luckily this one has actually gone international. So I paid a total of $3.78 for these 3 books. I've been able to sell them for just shy of $30. Then with some postage discounts, because it has gone international, I've come out with a profit of $30.91. Top item number 3. This is some Zoids New Century DVDs. These are my bolo items that I love to flip here and there whenever I get my hands on them. Now this one cost me $2.52. I sold it for $30 plus postage. I've come out with $24.60 profit. Top item number 4. This was also from my own DVD collection. Just been clearing out items that I haven't wanted to be using. I've also been listing so many other DVDs. Anyway, Heroes Season 3 Limited Edition, still sealed. This one cost me $0, obviously because it's not part of the business cost. I've had this for years. I'm talking probably about 10 years. Sold it for $25 plus postage, come out with $23 profit. Mythbusters Season 4 DVD. This one also did not cost me anything. Not my own private collection though, just from a different lot that I got. This one, so no cost to me, sold it for $25 plus postage, came out with $21.56 profit. So flops, wins, lessons, well, let's jump into it. So flops this week, well, no flops within the business. However, mentally I have struggled. It's been a bit of a roller coaster week. I know I say that a lot, but I've dipped down. I have been putting in the consistency, listing every single day, and unfortunately with the items that I have, it's mainly just DVDs and books, and I haven't been seeing the numbers that I've been seeing in the last, I guess, 6 weeks. Now this is okay. I want to share it with you. If this is happening to you, this is normal. There's so many things going on at the moment. Buyers are a little down at the moment just because Oz Post is delayed. Things aren't moving as quick. However, at the same time, for those that are in lockdown, it means you're not being able to source the items you were once selling 2-3 months ago. You're not able to get some of those bolo items. Yes, there's wholesale deals, there's bulk deals, and that's working. I've been able to do that myself, but I've just been listing what I have, what I've been able to get from those bulk lots, and it's DVDs and books. So it's not really the high value stuff. I think that is starting to show very evidently in my store. So the lessons for this week has been, yes, I've been doing some great batching, some great processes around just getting heaps of DVDs done and dusted. But because I'm just listing DVDs, majority has sold is just DVDs, and we'll see that in a second. So it's something that I'm just dealing with, and obviously not seeing the numbers that I would love to see. And then, you know, we're seeing other people go out and thrift, and it's quite overwhelming. And I feel that other people are probably feeling this too. If that is you, let me know in the comments below. We're here together. We've got to stand strong. We are so close of getting back out there and being able to just run wild in the thrift shop. That time will come. So the wins for this week though is, if I reflect, is the consistency. Though I've been quite frustrated, quite mentally just flat, I've kept the consistency up, and you'll see that in a minute. So how have we done for this week? Well, we have done below average in terms of dollars. Sales, we're up there. We've done 47 sales. We have a margin of 65%, which I cannot complain about. That is really, really good. Cost of goods only $84, and we've sold $755 worth, and a profit of just shy of 500 bucks. So not a huge money, not a huge amount of cash coming through, but with that margin, it's pretty good. And as you can see here on the left, the average cycle time is down to about 43 days. And DVDs, I sold 31 DVDs, revenue being 460, profit being 325. As I mentioned, the running view, it's taken a huge, big plunge. And last week wasn't too bad. The couple of weeks before that were pretty bad. And then the weeks before that were really, really good. So I am having that, we're coming down, and seeing that down, it's not that very exciting. But it is part of this business. What you put in is what you get out. And I'm not saying that people aren't putting in hard work. I'm putting in hard work, but I'm only putting in low ASP items, which means that's probably what's only going to sell, because that's all that's available. I do have 1,000+ items listed. Some of those I have been refreshing and helping it tick over, so I did get some shoes sold and things like that. But this is the reality of it. It can play with you mentally. You got to charge on, push on. I'm talking to myself here, and we will get through it. So in terms of consistency, as I mentioned, I've still managed to do just shy of 120 listings this week, roughly 17 per day, so 6.7 sales per day, as well as around 47 total sales. So that side of things are up. Things are great, and I'm trying to keep that momentum and leverage the wins from looking at those stats and seeing that while I'm still putting in some good work, no, I'm not getting the dollar back for it. But I think this will pay dividends in the long run, because if I'm building some great consistency, some great routine, and some great batches and processes, when things open up, technically, if I can apply the same process, things will be good. So the weekly flow, it actually was a pretty consistent week. It wasn't like, phew, but we started off Monday, not too bad. There was some consistency through the week, and then we kind of dived down at the end of the week there. But all in all, it was a pretty solid week. This is the week I would dream for when I first started. So when you bring that perspective into it, it's not too bad. $100,000 revenue update. Well, this is getting tough, and I say it every time. I'm going to keep showing up. I'm going to keep sharing you how we're progressing. We're at $33,152, 33%. We have a long way to go, but I'm going to keep tracking it. We'll see how long it takes. I do have a plan here. If I wanted to be able to make this happen, I would need 2,568 listings by the end of the year, and I need to be basically listing 29 items every day for the rest of the year and selling those 29 items. So it's getting a bit hard to be able to catch up. Basically, I need to be averaging $760 per day, every day, for the rest of the year. I think it's very clear that this will not happen. But, I want to be very clear that I'm going to keep sharing it, because I think it'll be cool to see how long does it actually take to get to $100,000 revenue. So we're going to press on, we're going to charge on, and we'll see what happens. So, some show and tell. I did mention at the start that I do have some behind the scenes, and I just want to quickly show you just a random day where I was picking some orders and some of those items that I have sold. And they are not the bolo items that I mentioned at the start. Well, they might be in there, but there's some other ones in there, so you can just see some of the bread and butter items that have sold. All right, so just a random Tuesday, everyday sales. We have got some 50 family movies. Picked this one up for around, I think it was only about 31 cents in a bulk lot. This guy from my own collection, Heroes. We've got Life on Mars, got Mystery Men, we've got Butterfly Effect Trilogy, a Wallace and Gromit Fun Packed CD. Jeepers, the memories on this bad boy. We've got some pretty cool nostalgia right here. Trunks, Dragon Ball Z, Fluoro, Tarzo, or Disc. We've got a set of Touch of Frost. Some Alistair McLean. This was a bundle. We have a nice little shirt here, and this guy, this Yu-Gi-Oh vintage piece, was actually my first Depop sale ever, so I just sold that one just then. So pretty happy with that. Man, the memories. So yeah, just a typical Tuesday, and I wouldn't usually post today, but I am, because I got to go pick something up. So yeah, so let's get it all packaged. Let me know what you thought about that footage, eh? Now, the other thing I wanted to kind of just bring to your attention is 5 tips. Yes, I'm not kidding you. 5 tips if I was to start eBay today, what should I be considering? Now, I've actually got an entire video coming on this later this week as a bit of a bonus video, but what I wanted to give you guys was an early heads up of what that is. And I think you can either look at this in real detail or you can take a very light approach to it. And the 5 tips are: 1, start with what you know, puzzles, board games, action figures, whatever it is, stick with what you know at the start and then broaden your horizons. 2, set some realistic goals. List consistently weekly. What is that going to be? 5, 10, 15, daily, weekly, what is it going to be? And make sure you leverage that to your benefit, because then you can understand how much inventory you need to have and how much you need to be managing. Have some realistic goals. Tip number 3, do your postage research. Whether you're selling with free postage or with the buyer paying, make sure you know what the cost is, otherwise that will bleed you dry in terms of cash. And hot tip, sign up for Australia Post Business Plan. Tip number 4, quality is king, whether you're listing or whether you're packing. When you're listing, leverage what eBay gives you. You've got 12 photos, you've got description, you've got things you can fill in. Clearly tell the buyer, what are you selling, what is the condition, and the details behind it. And of course, when you are packaging, package it as if you wanted to receive it in a nice and wonderful way. How would your buyer want to see it? Make sure it's well secured, well cushioned, well protected, whether it's a box, a satchel, however it is, and ensure that that is the first thing they're going to see, high quality, when they open the package. This will all help feedback. Tip number 5 is time management. How are you managing your time? Dedicate some time box it, and work to that. Don't overwhelm yourself. Set an hour a day, 2 hours a day, hours per week, whatever it may be, and leverage the templates. Leverage things that is going to enable you to work smarter but not harder. You can use templates, you can copy and paste, you can use draft listings. There's so many things you can do. So Wednesday I have September results. I also will have a video coming out sometime this week. It might be early, it might be later, of those 5 tips in a bit more detail, just for people that maybe are coming on fresh and want a bit more understanding. Saturday, I will have my week 19 training update for the 50K training plan. Sunday, have my podcast over at the Further Your Lifestyle podcast. And hopefully I'll have a live stream this week as well with coffee and cards if my cards arrive. I did have my monthly check-in just on Sunday night. If you didn't see it, you can go watch it. And that was everything that I'm doing for this year. Not just reselling, but everything, an update and how I'm progressing. Well, that's it, team. It's been a crazy week. It's been mentally exhausting, I will not lie, but I'm trying to think positively. I'm trying to manage and pivot and continue to press on and look at the positives, look at the highlights, and do things that I think is going to enable me to get through this mentally and also just, physically as well. So we'll press on, we'll push on. I really do appreciate you being here. If you've got questions, if you've got thoughts, ideas, whatever, chuck them down in the comments. Let's continue the conversation. Otherwise, you have a wonderful day, and make sure you like, subscribe, comment, do the whole shebang, and hustle. Ciao.